The 13 on Your Side Weather Deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
Well, welcome back at 6:44 this Saturday morning, and thanks for joining us here at 13 on Your Side. Off to a very mild start out here on the weather deck. Temperatures that are in the 50s for the Grand Rapids area, and that's going to be the case for much of West Michigan. Even seeing a couple of lower 60s, though, along the lakeshore closer to Holland and further south of that. Close to 60 degrees into this afternoon for those of us a bit further inland. 13 weather ball is green. No change foreseen to our temperatures, as this is pretty similar to yesterday. This view is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids. Here's where we're headed throughout the rest of the day. Temps that aren't exactly making it too much further from where they are right now. Getting into the upper 50s, close to 60, but a cold front is sweeping through, bringing more clouds, eventually cooler temperatures into tomorrow, and also the chance for a couple of showers out and about. So this is what we're seeing, the grander picture. The warm front's already moved through, and we can certainly feel it this morning. We'll be able to feel it throughout the rest of the day, but this cold front here, once it sweeps through, that's what's bringing us the chance for some showers to pop up into the early afternoon. So into the early afternoon, that's when it looks like we could be seeing some of those showers. I do think we're going to be fairly isolated. I think this model is looking a little bit aggressive in terms of how much rain we'll see. Now, not looking at much in terms of totals either, but it is going to be a fairly breezy day. By about 4 p.m., already in the clear and staying in the clear throughout this evening. Into the overnight hours, clouds even starting to clear out. Beyond that, into tomorrow, couple of passing clouds still, but expecting at least a little bit of sunshine back in the forecast to close out the weekend. Temperatures, though, those are going to be dropping down into the mid-40s only. So accumulation, really not looking at a lot here, possibly a couple hundredths of an inch, but I do think that many of you out there won't see a single raindrop today. A couple of isolated showers. It's not going to be ruining your outdoor plans. Just make sure you're aware that you could run into a couple of sprinkles out there. So here's where we're headed in terms of winds, because it is going to be fairly breezy throughout the rest of the day. Wind gusts already for many areas that have been approaching 30 miles an hour, mainly along the lakeshore. Into tomorrow, still even seeing breezier winds on the way into our Sunday morning, lasting through the early afternoon. Breezy conditions is something we'll be seeing through the end of the weekend, but beyond that, starting to look at quieter conditions once again into the beginning of the next work week. So those temperatures only going to be in the mid-40s here, staying in the 40s Monday, Tuesday, with overnight lows dropping down right around and even below freezing. With that being said, drier for Monday and Tuesday as well, but past that, still going to be looking at some rain chances back. Those don't return until Thursday, lasting into Friday of this next week. We are going to be looking at some fairly boisterous rain chances as well. It looks like that could be bringing widespread rain and, of course, more significant rain chances, possibly some good totals out of that. But the note here, too, is that it's staying as rain. We're not expecting any winter weather in the forecast, at least in the near forecast. I think through the end of November, we're likely to see temperatures around, possibly slightly above the average. Temperatures largely staying in the 40s and sticking there even as we're getting into the following work week. So we are sticking with some warmer than average temperatures and slightly more seasonable temperatures too. Today, though, we can enjoy the very mild conditions as temperatures are still in the lower 60s and really close to 60 degrees for much of the area. Here's what we're seeing for today. Lakeshore zone, upper 50s, even some lower 60s though. Breezy winds, the chance for a couple showers. Northern zone, temperatures in the upper 50s as well, staying breezy and still lower 60s the further south that you travel. Your 13 on Your Side 7-day forecast. Temps are still in the lower 60s, really hovering around 60 for today, with the chance, about a 20% chance for a shower or two into the early afternoon. Past that, staying breezy through the rest of the weekend, but cooling off. Once we're in the 40s, we're going to be sticking there for a while.